Hiya crafty folks, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to show you how to make some soft rainbows, specifically in this case for some pet sympathy cards. Now recently my friend Barb reached out to me and asked if I could help her out with this. Here's a photo of some of the cards I was able to make, but I'm going to basically walk you through how I came about this. Now, Barb said that she uses Catherine Pooler inks like I do, but she was struggling to find a mix of colors that would make a good rainbow. She sadly was in the position where she had to make a bunch of pet sympathy cards, and she was having a hard time finding some that created kind of a soft blend. So I decided to try this out for her. I apologize, my footage is kind of a little bit fuzzy at times. I don't know what's going on there. I was kind of trying to refocus, so I really apologize that the footage is a little bit messed up here. But the main takeaway here is I wanted to find an option for a 3-color blend for her, and then also maybe a variation with some more colors. So she had mentioned that she saw someone that used a 3-color blend, couldn't remember who it was, but ultimately wanted a sort of rainbow that she could use for pet sympathy that wasn't so quite bright and in your face. Again, I do not know what is going on with my footage here. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you're not getting dizzy. But I felt like I was pretty successful in this. Now, I am using my Altenew blending brushes. These are the smaller ones, which are kind of closer to the paper, and I feel like they do help me get more of a saturated feel. Now, if I wanted to go even softer, I would probably reach for my Rabbit Hole Designs Cottontail blending brushes, because those are even a little bit softer still. But in this case, I wanted to have some saturation. Now, the colors that I used here for the 3-color blend were Dosido, Chiffon, and It's a Boy. Now, these are all part of the party collection for Catherine Pooler on this first blend. And the way to create the purple was just by doing the Dosido over that It's a Boy. So here's the 3 colors. Again, if you want a 3-color blend, you just overlap that Dosido over the It's a Boy. Now, I chose the Dosido because it was a bit more of a corally color versus a true red, and I felt like it kind of softened it a little bit. Now, the It's a Boy, I believe, has been replaced. There was a point where a couple of the colors got kind of tweaked a little bit, so use whatever the equivalent of It's a Boy is now in the lineup. And I'm sure that will be fine. Now, another thing I'm doing here, you could see I started with the Dosido and then went back to the yellow. This is kind of a little tip. Now, yellow tends to get overtaken in rainbows, so a lot of times it's kind of good to start with yellow in the middle and go big, because that yellow is going to get overtaken by the Dosido and by the It's a Boy, and it's going to ultimately create that orange and that blue. So start big with the yellow so that you still have some of that true yellow in the middle when all is said and done. So that's kind of a pro tip. Now, again, I'm not going super full stop. I am kind of layering lighter handed colors as I go to create a little bit of a softer look. If I wanted a real true bright rainbow, I'd probably be using different colors. Now, in this case, this variation here, I decided to use the color Frosted and the color Cummerbund. So I added 2 colors and was able to kind of add a more true purple into the lineup versus just using that red over the blue. So those are 2 variations. So again, you could do Dosido, Chiffon, and It's a Boy, or you could do Dosido, Chiffon, Cummerbund, and then Frosted to get that other variation. So those are 2 variations specifically with Catherine Pooler colors to create a little bit of a softer rainbow versus a huge in your face. Now, I know I want to make these pet sympathy cards, so I'm flipping through. This is my storage solution. I have, I think, 4, maybe 5 of these huge binders now. These are all stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. If you don't know, I'm on the design team for A Colorful Life Designs, and I do have a coupon, AmyFan10. So if you shop for anything at A Colorful Life Designs, be sure to use that coupon at checkout, and you'll save on your complete order. Now, these are all my stamp sets with pet sympathy sentiments. There's 1 from My Favorite Things and 2 from scrapbook.com. I'll link everything I used in the video description box below. These are my go-to for these sorts of cards. Now, these are ones that I recommend, just like regular sympathy cards, to keep them on hand when you need them. They're just good to have. That way you don't have to kind of do it quickly. You have them on hand and are able to support your friends and loved ones when they lose their furry loved ones. Now these panels, I did cut them down with a deckled edge rectangle die. I do believe, sadly, that Craft Stash isn't carrying these for some reason. They were very popular and they have been in the shop, but the last couple times I've looked, they're not. So I'll try and link them below. I apologize if they are discontinued. I'm hoping they bring them back, so I do keep linking them just in case. But I'm just masking off this dog. Now, this is a very custom specific card. This is for my sweet cousin who lost her husky, and I felt like this stencil was perfect because it was obviously like a husky silhouette, or could work for a husky. And I put that in the lower right with a blackjack ink, so it's nice and dark, kind of like a shadow. And then I'm going to do some simple stamping in the top left corner with one of these sentiment stamps. So again, I will link all these products below in the video description box. If you do follow my links, it's no additional cost to you, and it really does help me out a lot. So that really is the best way to support your favorite crafters. If you enjoy their videos, when you follow their links, it really does support them because it lets the companies know where the sales came from, and we get credit for it at no additional cost to you. So again, I'm using that same ink here. I think I may have gone, yeah, I did. I went with the Simon Says stamp. I just felt like I couldn't get the sentiment quite dark enough, and I wanted it to be really solid and black. So I did switch to the Simon Says stamp black ink for that. Now this is, I think it's called Paw in Hand, yet another one. Now this is another variation to go even softer still. I'm using my Altenew blending brushes just because I already have the ink on them. But again, if you want a softer blend, I recommend those Cottontail blending brushes from the Rabbit Hole Designs. I feel like those are really good when you're working with residual ink. If you want it even softer still, even more subtle, more pastel, and you're working with Catherine Pooler, then residual ink is the way to go, whether it's, this type of blending brush or whatever you have. It's just a way to make it softer and not quite as punchy in terms of color. So I have this hand and the nice little white silhouette of the paw in the hand, very sweet. And then this one, this is, I think, called Puppy Pals. It's so sweet. It's like a larger and a smaller dog head silhouette, but again, I just want the one dog in this case, so I'm going to mask off with some mint tape and then just do the one head silhouette. There is also a cat head silhouette in the shop as well. So loads of pet themed stencils in the shop. You can use them for, happy, joyful cards, or for, in this case, like I said, sad, sympathy cards. But I'm going with the whole rainbow theme with the dogs because of the whole rainbow bridge. If you aren't familiar, saying that your beloved pets cross over the rainbow bridge when they pass away. So that's kind of the theme for these cards with the rainbows and the pet themes. Now, again, I'm just showing you the 3 stamp sets. I don't know if all of these are available. If they are, like I said, I will link them below, but these are definitely my go-to in terms of pet sympathy cards. Here's the finished cards. I did add some bling also from the shop at A Colorful Life Designs. I did do the satin white for all of these because I felt like it tied in nicely with the white border. These are all A2 size, US A2 size, so 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2. Some simple stamping, some simple stenciling with the soft rainbow colors. I hope you found this helpful, Barb, and anyone else that's looking specifically for a softer rainbow color combination for Catherine Pooler inks. If you're interested in something similar with other inks, maybe with like distress inks or distress oxides, let me know in the comments because I do also have those 2 lines. If that's something you'd like me to try and sleuth out for you for a perfect rainbow, let me know. I can do a future video of that. Otherwise, if you found this helpful, please do hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. Again, here are the 3 colors: Dosido, Chiffon, and It's a Boy. And then also Cummerbund and Frosted for that other variation in this case. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you don't need any of these pet sympathy cards and you can just make fun, fun pet cards just for your pet lover friends instead of sympathy cards. But if not, I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will catch you next time.